So, I recently binged Sakamoto Days, an anime where a legendary assassin falls in love and ends up working at a convenience store. Yeah, you heard me right, from bullets to bagging groceries. Trust me, it's just as insane as it sounds. Feels like just another killer tries to retire story, right? I mean, we've seen this set up 100 times. Like Nobody, the suburban dad secretly being a CIA legend. Taken, where Liam Neeson reminds us why you don't mess with dads. John Wick, but instead of family, it's a puppy. The Equalizer, Red. But hold up, Sakamoto Days isn't just another knockoff. It's got its own bizarre, chaotic, surprisingly heartwarming charm that completely sets it apart. And if you blink, you might just miss what makes it truly special. The genius of Sakamoto Days lies in how it blends realism with cartoon absurdity. You've got scenes where Sakamoto, despite being rounder than a bowling ball, dodges bullets, catches bullets with chopsticks midair like some buttered-up ninja, and disarms assassins like it's just another Tuesday. And then there's Shin, a telepath who, every time he screws up, can literally hear Sakamoto plotting his murder. Imagine you could read your boss's mind and he was planning your funeral every time you forgot to refill the candy aisle. And let's not forget, when the fight gets serious, Sakamoto mysteriously slims down like he's got a built-in anime weight loss feature. Suddenly, he's athletic, deadly, and weirdly hot. Bro really hits instant gym mode in 2 frames. This insane mix keeps you guessing. Is it real? Is it a joke? Answer, it's both. And that's why it's so addictive. There's a theme running through all these retired assassin stories, and Sakamoto Days nails it. The hero starts valuing the little things. Family, friendships, peace. They crave a simple life, away from the blood and chaos. But here's the catch. Their past never lets them go. It's like karma put them on speed dial. We see this clearly when Shin tries to kill Sakamoto. Despite his extra insulation, Sakamoto's skills are as razor-sharp as ever. He wipes the floor with Shin. But instead of killing him, Sakamoto does the unthinkable. He invites Shin to dinner. Home-cooked meal. Wife and daughter at the table. He literally shows him what a peaceful life looks like. Imagine trying to kill someone and ending up staying for lasagna. Shin gives up on killing him and eventually puts his own life on the line to protect Sakamoto. What started as an assassination turns into admiration. And ultimately, Shin ends up working alongside Sakamoto at his small shop. This pattern repeats with other characters throughout the anime. And guess what? This killing them with kindness trope happens with other characters too. Tatsu tries to kill him, but after some kindness, gets confused, has an existential crisis, and gives up. Boiled tries. Obiguro too. One by one, they all fall to Sakamoto's secret weapon, kindness. Now, let's be real, this would never work in real life. Kindness and empathy wouldn't make someone suddenly abandon their intent to kill you, and inviting an enemy into your home wouldn't magically turn them into a loyal employee. But Sakamoto Days plays with this unrealistic charm to show that you don't have to become a monster to protect what you love. Hey, you tried to kill me. Here's an apron. You start on Monday. But in Sakamoto Days, this fantasy reminds us that sometimes choosing peace is an act of defiance. The creator isn't just playing for laughs with Sakamoto's body transformation. It's storytelling genius. When Sakamoto is fit, Sakamoto looks more realistic. He regains a serious, youthful look, sharp eyes, athletic build, and even loses his mustache. When he's overweight, he becomes cartoonish, exaggerated, lovable, with exaggerated proportions. You can't even see his eyes or mouth, properly subtly dehumanizing him. Without seeing his eyes, we cannot tell where he is looking or what he's thinking, enhancing the mystery and tension. Even in retirement and out of shape, he remains 5 steps ahead of any enemy. This visual duality mirrors his internal battle, the peaceful man versus the deadly assassin, the present versus the past, the choice to live versus the instinct to kill. Even at his roundest, people underestimate him. Even in his dad bod mode, he's 5 steps ahead of every threat. And when needed, he taps into that old killer instinct without a moment's hesitation. It's not just a comedic visual trick. It's a narrative device, showing the deep internal battle between past and present, violence and peace, instinct and choice. It's pure, brilliant character design. Sakamoto isn't just dodging bullets, he's dodging his own darker nature. There's a gut punch scene where Aoi, his wife, sees him covered in blood. She almost takes her own life. Sakamoto saves her, and she says, "For every person you kill, someone else is left grieving." Boom. Reality check. And that's when he makes his first vow, "Thou shalt not kill." Straight out of a biblical epic. From that point on, Sakamoto fights without killing. He studies immobilization techniques. He still dismantles assassins left and right, but he refuses to become the monster he once was. And yet, the world doesn't care about his new rules. The violence keeps dragging him back. Despite his appearance, he remains absurdly agile, deadly, and strategic. His weight acts as a perfect camouflage, and he still possesses an arsenal that would make Rambo envious, ready to handle any assassin who dares threaten him. No matter how much he tries to hide behind smiles and store discounts, he's still the most dangerous man in any room. It's like the universe looked at him and said, "You're out of the game? That's cute. Here's 30 assassins for you to deal with before breakfast." The fit version of Sakamoto pops up mainly during flashbacks or high-stakes moments. It's not just for show, it's a visual signal. When he's fighting for real, the old assassin awakens, reserved for the most serious battles, emphasizing its practicality and the gravity of those moments. In stories like these, there's always the looming question: is choosing peace enough, or will the past demand blood? Can he really leave his bloody past behind? Sakamoto is a man who craves peace, but is relentlessly pursued by violence. Ironically, the more he tries to protect his peaceful life, the more he must awaken the monster he wished to leave behind. And that's what hooks us into this story. As Sakamoto strives to maintain the facade of an ordinary man, the neighborhood handyman loved by everyone, his past is always ready to surface whenever his loved ones are threatened. Even though the anime includes thrilling action scenes and deep character development, at its core, it focuses on Sakamoto's internal conflicts. Or will he eventually be forced to kill again to protect the peace he cherishes? Stories like this always carry the dilemma of redemption and unfinished business. Sooner or later, Sakamoto will have to confront the antagonist, and the question remains, will not killing be enough? Because here's the hard truth about stories like this. Redemption isn't about undoing the past, it's about breaking the cycle. Sakamoto can't erase the lives he's taken, but maybe, just maybe, he can stop adding to the body count, and whether peace is even possible for someone like him. And that is what keeps us glued to his journey. We already know Sakamoto could wipe out an army blindfolded. We already know he's feared by everyone from street punks to shadowy organizations. But that's not what makes Sakamoto Days unforgettable. It's the slow, stubborn, beautiful fight for a life worth living, even when the world is hell-bent on dragging you back into darkness. But what truly matters is the journey. How his past will be revealed, how his battles will unfold, and, ultimately, how his story will end. Because at the end of the day, all Sakamoto really wants is simple: peace, family, a normal life, and maybe an employee discount at his own store.